So hi guys, welcome to the channel again. Today I've got a very special video and a sort of an interview with the owner of a very interesting motorcycle. And as you must have guessed, the name of the motorcycle already is the Himalayan 450. It's right here behind me. And this bike belongs to one of my very close friends, Ghans.
Hello everyone.
So we're going to be talking about this motorcycle, his experience with this motorcycle. I found this very interesting because Ghans has bought this motorcycle after a gap of 22 years. So now the last motorcycle that Ghans had was 22 years ago, which was a Bullet 350. And it is very interesting. I thought it's going to be very interesting to talk to Ghans about his experience with this bike, you know, after more than 2 decades of not riding a bike. So let's ask him some questions about the motorcycle, and the agenda of this sort of video is that I want to be able to tell you everything about this, the practical aspects of the Himalayan 450. Obviously it had a lot of hype when it was launched in the market, so सब लोगों को पता है कि इसके कौन से features हैं, इसका screen कैसा है, इसमें ये Showa का suspension है, and all those things, and everybody knows all that, right? But we are going to be talking to Ghans. He's ridden the bike in 6 months, about 7,000 kilometers, so he's been riding it a lot. So the aim of this is to tell you a sort of a long-term ownership review is something that I have in mind. So वो करते हैं, and let's ask these questions to Ghans and tell you how this bike actually is when you actually own it and when you actually start riding it on a daily basis. So Ghans, hi, welcome to the channel. This is our first video. So I'm going to be asking you a few questions about this bike, like you said. So tell me about your garage. Like, what all do you have?
Okay, right now I have a Mahindra Thar, which is 2013 model, which is the original Thar, you can say.
Okay.
And this is the second vehicle which I have, which is Himalayan.
Okay.
So these are the only two vehicles which I'm owning right now.
So what I'm seeing is that both are very off-road, dirt-focused vehicles.
Yes, absolutely. I'm not interested in city driving at all. I love going to off-road. Okay, and off-road is more predictable compared to riding on a city.
Okay, so we have done a fair bit of off-roading. So that's how I met Ghans. Ghans is in our Jeep Gypsy off-road group. So that's how I met him, and that's how I know him. So Ghans, you've ridden this bike 7,000 kilometers in 6 months. So what kind of riding? Correct. Where all have you ridden? Off-road, mostly dirt, right?
Absolutely. So while I started this particular vehicle, because as you guys know, I started riding after 22 years. So initially I used to ride somewhere in the nearby vicinity and get exposure to a small amount of dirt and road and off-road kind of activities. Okay. And then I went into off-roading, which is on top of the hill, going through the water, going through rivers, running parallel to the river, sometimes even running along with the train. So these are some of the exciting adventures which you can do when you are doing off-roading. Okay. So and one more thing which I also did is some of the friends told me you have to check your endurance. So I did one time around seven hours of ride continuously, close to around 500 kilometers. Okay. So that was fun. So I did one endurance also. So
that's interesting because you started riding after 22 years, right? Yep. And you decided to buy the Himalayan, and after such a long time. So that's saying a lot actually. Looks like you've been enjoying the bike. So what are the things you enjoy the most about this Himalayan? Because we have seen the features, we have seen what it does, what it cannot do, and things like that. But you are actually living with it, right? Every day. You're riding it. I've seen you riding it pretty much almost every day.
Almost every day.
I think only one time when you had fallen down and you had injured your leg, that was the only time actually you had taken a break.
Absolutely.
So क्या इसमें अच्छा क्या लग रहा है? इसमें when you're thinking of going down and taking the bike instead of your Thar, what makes you do that? What are the good things? Maybe handling, maybe ease of use, things like that.
Okay, so couple of things are there. Like say for instance, when you come over here, this has got 19-inch wheel. Okay. So essentially any kind of a hurdle which comes in, right, you can just overcome that.
21.
Yeah, 21.
21.
Yeah, 21, sorry. Yeah. So you can just easily go over it. Okay. If there's a big rock or something, in fact, you should go on top of the rock so that you can clear it. Okay. The ground clearance is absolutely amazing. So you don't have to worry that the vehicle will get caught somewhere, right? And secondly, what I have noticed is, especially when you are going into water bodies, the bike stability is absolutely amazing.
Okay.
So you can just keep going through it without worrying about it.
Okay.
One of the things which I have also done is I have removed the rubber from here.
Oh, nice.
Because this gives an excellent stability to the leg. When you keep your foot on this, it's holding on to it's very firm, and you feel the vehicle.
Okay.
So which is absolutely amazing.
Okay. So you don't put those rubber bushes back.
Oh, absolutely not. In fact, if you put the rubber bushes back, there is a possibility of you slipping in case it is raining and all.
Okay, nice.
So these grooves are much better, in fact.
Okay. Okay.
So stability of the bike is absolutely fantastic, is what I would say.
Okay.
And comfort of going through uphill or coming down is absolutely amazing.
Do you think how tall are you, Gans?
I am 5'9".
5'9". So you've ever faced any inconvenience as far as your height is concerned because of the bike seat, which is quite high?
No, the bike seat is actually adjustable. There are two settings which are there in this.
So you've lowered it?
Yeah, so I have lowered it.
Okay.
Based on my height, I'm absolutely comfortable with
So you can flat
the
foot
lower
on the
version
bike.
of it. Yeah.
You can flat foot on the
yes,
bike?
I'm able to do that. Little bit, not completely flat, but I'm comfortable with that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you like the ride, you like the handling. What about the city ride? Like if you ever have to go, I know you've taken this mostly for going in the dirt, but what about city? When you want to run some errands, you want to go around in the city. What do you think? How's the heat? How's the ease of navigating or riding through the traffic? How do you find that?
Okay.
Because your perspective is important because you've come back to motorcycling after 22 years.
Yeah.
So if you find it doable, then I think anybody should be able to find it doable,
absolutely.
right?
So till the time you are moving in the city, it's absolutely comfortable. It's in fact very easy to pass through the city.
Okay.
But in case if there is too much of traffic which is happening, if you are moving at the speed of say 5 kilometer, and if it is sunny, then believe me, this is the worst bike because it will start burning you. Over here, there is so much of heat which is generated here. Okay. You can't just ride it. Okay. It becomes very uncomfortable. Okay. And it might even burn your skin, and the hairs will just vanish away from there. It is very hot. Very hot. Okay. Especially if it is going at the speed of 4 or 5 kilometers an hour. Like, it's not moving. Okay. And so if you get stuck in that kind of a traffic, this is not advisable to have this kind of a vehicle. But if the traffic is moving, it's absolutely amazing.
Okay. So I think that's what I've heard from other people also, especially on YouTube and their ownership experience. That what happens is that whenever you're stuck in traffic, it heats up a lot. It's just really uncomfortable. So I think you got this bike in
December
when it was launched, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So mine was the first delivery in Pune.
Oh, yours was the first delivery in Pune. Okay, that's nice. So since then, so it's been 7 months or 8 months since then.
Yep.
And mostly the weather has been pretty hot in between.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Right. I think that is the time you're talking about. Right now in the rains, it's fine. I think rains
right
it
now
doesn't
it is
matter.
fine. Right
even in traffic, it won't
fine.
matter much.
Yeah.
But I think when you're riding it in February,
when it
March,
is sunny, very sunny.
I think it was touching 40 degrees, which is basically everywhere now. Not just in Pune.
Yeah.
So okay, so heat basically. And what about moving the bike around in traffic? That also gets uncomfortable because I believe it has got a 21-inch tire.
Yeah.
So that also, it's good for the rocks and all that and off-road, but it's probably...
Yeah. So when you're taking a turn, the radius of that turn is a little bigger.
Okay.
So it becomes a little uncomfortable because you can't just whip through the traffic.
Okay, so that is that. So handling in traffic. So basically, not really comfortable in the city.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I said I don't like riding this vehicle in the traffic at all.
Okay. So so this one thing is clear that if your primary usage or 90% or 80% usage is the city, this may not be the best choice. That's something that everyone needs to decide because one bike cannot do it all. It's always something or the other, right? Apart from the heat management and apart from the handling in the city and things like that, what else do you not like about the bike?
I think I will definitely share this experience. When I wanted to buy this particular vehicle, there was a lot of discussion which was happening about which one to buy. And I left the decision in the hands of friends of mine. So we have a group of people who have been doing off-roading and they all decided that they want to get into the adventure bike riding. So I left the decision to them. But I was very hard fan of Royal Enfield.
Okay.
And I was always very happy in case if there is any bike which is launched by Royal Enfield, it will be great bike.
Okay.
So I had a confidence about that. So the people decided that we should buy Royal Enfield.
Okay.
And one of my friends said, oh, there is a launch which is happening in the month of November in Goa. So actually we went to Goa, all the way from Pune to Goa to see the launch. Yeah, that's it. And over there now, this is the experience which I want to share. During the trial, I fell down from the bike 3 times. Okay. Not 1 time, 2 times, 3 times I fell down.
Okay.
And everyone was looking at me. And I decided this is the vehicle which I want to buy now.
Okay.
So that is very funny.
So basically the motorcycle challenged you enough.
Yeah.
And then you still got it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So initially, because I was riding after a long period of time, after every 100, 200 kilometer, I used to fell down because I felt the weight over here is too much. In case if the vehicle tilts in this angle, like, so it is very difficult for you to hold on to the bike.
Okay.
So you have to make sure that you are very well balanced.
Okay.
There is no way you can control the bike in case if it tilts. It's better to let it go then.
So what I've heard is that it's top heavy slightly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a top heavy vehicle.
Okay, so that's so when you're off-roading also, when you're in the dirt, that time also you feel that, you know, if you end up tilting it the bike a little,
it's better to let it go.
Okay.
Better to jump out of it. No point in trying to control it because then vehicle is on top of your leg.
Have you ever tried to lift the bike on your own?
I did. 3-4 times I did that.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is a little difficult.
Okay.
But then over a period of time with the practice, you can definitely do that.
Okay.
There are a few techniques. One is from here you can lift the vehicle.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can lift the vehicle only from the handle itself.
Okay.
And sometimes moving with the vehicle.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I'm seeing a lot of bruises here, so that shows that Guns has really used this bike.
Oh yeah.
For the stuff it is supposed to be.
I'm absolutely not worried about this. In fact, I love this.
Yeah.
Because then I'm totally free. There's a freedom. I need not worry about any other thing now after that.
There's no requirement of polishing and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so again, so this was one thing, the top heavy nature of the bike. Anything else you feel should be? So you said that you were a Royal Enfield fan. You went to Ridermania. You test rode it. You fell a few times. You still bought the bike. After 7 months of owning it, you think the Royal Enfield is making good bikes?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think Siddharth did absolutely fantastic job in turning around the Royal Enfield as a company. Eicher as a company, and this is super bike.
Okay.
I haven't gone to Leh Ladakh yet. I'm planning for that. That is one dream. Which I want to achieve, and maybe go to the highest motorable road in Nepal.
Umlingla is the highest motorable road, right? No, Umlingla. It was Khardungla earlier, but now it's Umlingla.
Not in Nepal,
in India.
Okay.
So. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. So we have talked about the good things. We have talked about the bad things. People say that the stand is, stand tilts the bike, especially when you're in the city and you have to pick it up again and again. That bothers you?
No, it is quite easy. So you have to just put your weight on this side and it's there.
Okay.
So it's not that big a problem.
I think you can rotate the handle also and then pull it up. I think that also, if you turn it around to the right side, it's just easier to...
I haven't tried that. I generally
I think if you
put the weight here and that's it.
Okay.
That's quite easy for me. And another good thing is it has got the main stand also.
Right.
So in case if you want to put it in a place where it is slush and you're scared that it might go inside and the vehicle will fall down, you can put that on the...
And also for chain lubrication.
Yeah, and chain lubrication and...
Okay. So what's the... so you've ridden it for 7,000 kilometers, Guns. You've ridden it on... I'm sure you must have ridden it on the highways also, right? Because if you go for some trails and all that, you have to go through the highways.
Yeah.
How do you like the highway stability and...
I think highway stability is absolutely fine till the time you are riding at the speed of 120 kilometers.
Okay.
If you go beyond that, it becomes really shaky.
Okay.
So it's advisable not to go beyond 110, 120 kilometers.
Okay.
Because you never know what kind of a road is there. There could be patches which are there.
Okay.
And the vehicle jumps around. Secondly, the amount of a wind which comes and hits on your head is quite a lot, especially if it is windy. So I think this screen is a little smaller.
Okay.
So sometimes there's a lot of wind which goes into your ear, like it's banging across your ear.
Okay.
So it's better to be safe.
Okay, so that's when you reduce speed or you keep it under 120.
Yeah.
So the wind blast is a lot.
Yeah, wind blast a lot.
Okay. So maybe they could have had an option. Do they have an optional this
Yeah,
thing?
there is an option to put a
one.
bigger one. Right now I'm still holding on with this.
Okay.
Just to get the experience and feel.
Yeah,
In fact, I did not go for much accessories also. I wanted to keep it basic stock model.
I see you even have the sari guard there. So
Yeah, sari guard is still there. I want to remove it
Yeah.
to knock off some more weight. But other than that, I did not put much. I just put this guard, engine guard, and
Oh, this is the one.
Yeah, that's
This
the
is
engine guard.
This is the Royal Enfield one.
yeah, that's correct. And then this guard. That's it.
The bash plate.
Yeah.
That's also the original.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That doesn't come with the stock bike.
No, so this is an additional thing which I
How
put.
much you had to pay for it?
I think I don't remember exactly. Maybe 4,000 and 7,000-8,000 for this.
Okay.
Around that. But you can.
What's the mileage you get overall? I know it's your mixed riding.
I think it comes to around 27, 28 is what I have noticed.
27.
I haven't been
28.
very particular about the mileage, so I did not keep a track of it.
Okay.
Yeah, but since I do a lot of off-roading, the speed is much lesser at there. So 27, 28 is what it's
That's a
giving me.
decent. That's a good. That's a decent mileage,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
When if you
absolutely.
include off-roading and
Yeah.
things like that. The most hyped thing in the Himalayan is the screen, and the screen was very famous for showing the Google Maps thing.
Yeah, navigation map.
Navigation,
Yeah.
all that. The only thing, disadvantage was that you had to keep the screen on in your phone, and that used to run the battery down.
Yeah.
Run the battery out. So, have you used this? Do you use
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I've been using it, especially initially, because I did not know much of the terrains in the nearby locality. So I used to put map and ride.
Okay.
What you're saying is right. The battery does drain out a lot. But then they have given a feature over here. You can actually charge your phone
Okay.
while riding.
Okay.
So you can keep your phone on a charger
Okay.
while you still use the navigation. So it's continuously process of charging and discharging.
Okay.
So that takes care of it.
So, is it an iPhone or an Android phone that you have?
Android phone.
You have an Android phone.
Android.
Okay, so Android phone works fine with this.
Yes, absolutely. No
Okay,
problem
nice.
at all.
So you are saying that the Google Maps feature is actually a good feature and it's actually usable. It's
It
fine.
is a usable feature. Yeah,
It's a usable
absolutely.
feature,
Yeah.
especially sometimes when you are actually when you actually need directions, because not
Yeah, yeah.
always do you need directions,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Okay.
Especially when you are going into the new terrains and you don't know where, how you have to go.
Okay.
And then rather than asking people and depending on time of the day, it might be very difficult for you to find the right source
Okay.
of information. And then secondly, when you are riding, you are always geared up. So even if you have to take out your phone and look for some information, it becomes very
Yeah,
complicated.
yeah. But
you
tell me
know.
about your gear. Speaking of gear, what all have you? What all do you
Okay,
have?
so I have these gloves which are there,
What are these gloves?
which is
These are
leather
Vietera.
gloves from Vetera.
Vietera, okay.
Yeah, it has got some,
Yeah.
and I have पूरा वसूली कर लिया मैंने इसका.
Okay. That's
Multiple
nice.
times I have fallen down and not a scratch on my hand, so
Nice, nice.
I'm
That's
very happy about it.
Okay.
And similarly, I have boots.
These are Triumph boots.
Yeah, Triumph boots.
How much you bought these for?
I think I paid around 28,000 rupees for
28,000
that.
for these. Okay.
Yeah, boots are very expensive in India.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's must
It's a must, yes.
because
totally. I
it
agree.
gives you all kind of a protection which is needed.
Very nice.
And in fact, when I fell down one time, I got hurt here.
Okay.
And it took almost like 20 days for me to recover.
Yeah.
And then I realized it's better to go for a good quality boots.
Good quality boots.
And same thing here. इसका पैसा वसूल कर लिया है.
That's nice. So pants are Royal Enfield.
Yeah, pant is Royal Enfield.
So
It
how
has
much were
got-
the pants for?
I think it is around 7,000.
7,000 bucks.
8,000 rupees.
Okay. And I see some Klim stuff here.
Yeah, this is a Klim t-shirt.
Okay, got it.
I got some gears underneath this.
Okay. The protection. Okay.
Yeah, which is Liet.
Okay.
So there's a protection over here, elbow
Okay.
protection and the shoulder protection. It's essentially like a
Yeah.
vest.
Okay.
You can
got
wear it.
Oh, you wear it and then it's.
Yeah.
And you wear it all.
Yeah,
all
underneath.
Okay, got it. Cool.
So it holds on to your
How much
body.
is that for? How much was this vest for?
This vest comes along with a couple of other things also. Say for
Okay.
instance, it has got a kidney guard and HS protection.
Okay.
Everything put together, I think is around $350.
Oh, and you got it from the
So,
US.
so you don't get it over here in India.
Okay.
You have to buy it from US.
So does it keep it cool? Like, is it? You think you can ride this with this Klim T-shirt and with this armor you can ride and it's safe? You're saying
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't really
absolutely.
need a,
In
you
fact, I
don't
feel
really
much
need a
more
jacket.
safer. I feel much more safer when I
Okay.
wear this gear.
What is the jacket you have? That's in the Royal Enfield jacket.
I have a Royal Enfield jacket also.
Okay.
So along with the pant, I bought a Royal Enfield jacket.
Okay.
But then I felt like the complete security and the protection is not enough. So that's why I went for Liet, additional protection.
Okay. So I think that we've covered I think my idea was to give a sort of an ownership sort of a review. What actually the practical issues or good things are there with the bike. I think we've covered most of it. Anything else, the Guns, that is coming to your mind that you need to talk about? Anything about the luggage? I don't see any luggage panniers and all that. So you haven't really...
I haven't done any kind of a overnight journey so far. So I haven't put anything yet on this. It has always been a day journey. Maybe as I graduate to a next level, I will be able to do more of that.
So do you recommend this bike to people who are coming back or who are first time riders or who are coming back to riding after a long time? Do you recommend this bike to them?
Oh yeah,
do you
absolutely.
recommend RE as a brand to them?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a very, very stable bike, very predictable. You go anywhere, it is absolutely fantastic to have. Only one caution which is there is, these tires are still not tubeless.
Okay.
So that does impact. In case if there is a puncture, then it is very difficult to take out your vehicle from that particular location.
Has it happened to you?
Oh yeah, it did.
It did?
Two times.
Twice?
Yeah, twice.
In 7,000 kilometers?
Yeah, in 7,000 kilometers. So that's a very bad experience. so one time this particular became puncture, the rear one, and generally people are very scared to touch this vehicle on the roadside. Right. So first there is a hesitation. Secondly, they don't have a knowledge. While there are videos which are there on the app. But then still it is little complicated to take that out.
Okay.
Until unless you know exact technique to do that. People who know the technique can take that out in 10 minutes, fix it back.
Okay.
Yeah, but the newcomer might take almost like half an hour or so.
I think it's a matter of time when all the puncture wallas get enough exposure to all the Himalayans getting all the punches.
Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. But good. I'm happy that we covered this point. And this is something I would have hated if we missed missed it.
Hopefully Siddharth will be able to come up with the tubeless tire.
So-called promised tubeless.
Yeah, looking forward for that. But then this spoke wheels are really nice compared to the other one, because when you go over any kind of hurdles, you are least worried about it. It gives you a lot of confidence.
You never bent any rims and all that. That's
nothing.
Happened.
Is it as it is?
Okay, that's nice.
And I did good amount of off-roading. It releases dopamine.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure that out of your 7,000 kilometers, 80% would have been on off the road, right?
Off the road, yeah. That's
a lot of mileage in the dirt. That's nice.
In fact, I feel more confident doing off-road because it's more predictable. City riding is quite crazy, especially in Pune. People go all across, left, right, center, and it's very hectic and
that's not
scary.
Changing. I don't see that changing.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change. Yeah, but in case you want to do off-roading and go out for a long drives, I think this is a bike. So I would definitely recommend to the people who are young, the people who are of my age, to go for RE. It's very, very predictable. But in case if you are riding after a long period of time, there is some amount of exercises which you have to do, right, to get proper hold of the vehicle, right, to get the proper balance. So there are certain specific drills and activities which is needed so that you build that confidence. Otherwise, you will have to go through similar kind of experience which I went through, falling down a couple of times and then. So
I'm sure you're not scared of falling down anymore.
Oh, no, not at all. And with these gears, it's absolutely fantastic.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I think that's about it, right, Guns? Anything else you want to mention, or we have covered everything that we could have? Any other problems that came for which you had to go to the service center?
Okay, initially there were a couple of other problems which were there, and then I think they have figured that out. There was some rocking sound which was coming in the handle. Okay. So early deliveries, there were a lot of rocking sound which was coming, and they figured out that there are some rubber bushes which needed to be fixed. So then they released a guideline to all the service center to call the bike and get that repaired.
Okay. So that sound is gone?
Yeah, and now it's gone. So they fixed it now. Secondly, when the vehicle falls down, then there is a possibility of your handle getting bent, and sometimes the lever going off or lever getting bent.
Has it happened to you?
Yeah, it did happen.
The handlebar got bent?
Yeah, even the handlebar and this also.
You had to change it?
Yeah, you had to change it.
How did you pay for it, or was it covered in insurance?
No, it was not covered under the insurance. So I have to.
You had to pay for it.
Yeah, I have to pay for it.
Okay, so was it much? Like, was it, or it was fine?
It's around like 2,000.
2,000 rupees to change the handlebar and the lever also, or
including the lever.
Including the lever, the clutch lever, you're saying?
Yeah, clutch lever.
Okay, that's not bad. That's fine.
And after that I put this RE, though it has chipped off, but I am keeping it as it is because there's a possibility of this
breaking again,
both sides.
So these are both Royal Enfield ones, is it?
Yeah, both are Royal Enfield ones.
So the bike doesn't come with this?
No, bike doesn't come with this kind of a protection.
I forgot. It's been a while.
And in fact, I'm thinking in case after a period of time, perhaps I'll put a little bigger one. Maybe a steel rod kind of a thing.
So you never had any reliability issues, right? You always found the bike to be completely reliable.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
Never had cold feet taking it anywhere in the unknown. No issues.
Nothing. Absolutely.
Always starts when you want it to. Always works the way.
Even if you start the vehicle after say 8 or 10 days, it starts in one.
That's amazing.
So batteries are doing absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
And
so what we're going to do is that we will come back in 6 months, Guns, and have a little chat again. About the same about this bike, and again we're going to have these same questions. We'll talk about the same stuff, and then that will give us at least some more data on how long has it been used, and that's what we're going to do then, right?
Okay, perfect.
All right then. So guys, I hope you enjoy this video, and hit the subscribe button, like the video. Please share it also with your friends who love the Himalayan and who love motorcycles in general. And Guns, thanks for coming to the channel. Thanks for taking time out this weekend. And we're going to be talking to you again. All right, guys. Ciao. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.